feeling is to give a little bit more of a conceptual framework in terms of how this really differs from any other immersion, experience, workshop. And it's that what I see a lot is people attending workshops and reading lots of books and following teachers and trying to get information from out there, you know, to fill the void and to shift the uncomfortability. And a lot of what's available out there only penetrates us at a consciousness level.
Right now, we can shift our realities and we can create a whole different, because it's just a story. It's one thing, it's a story, and the other thing is that it's actually true in ourselves.
The thing that I find to be more powerful is the subtle. So we can go in more actively and try to force things and put pressure on, but a lot of times when we do that, the person goes through constriction. You know, it's like even if I'm getting a massage, which I no longer get massages because most people don't even know how to be with my body. But if someone's pressing hard, I naturally resist. It hurts. So in order for me to release something, it happens through relaxation. It happens through the opposite of what keeps it in my body. So if I hold on to these things because I'm tight and I'm holding, then naturally what is going to allow for these things to be released is the opposite. But energy is subtle. It's able to penetrate. So if I actually feel a place of constriction, or if I feel a really hard place, it's through the subtlety, it's through working with the energy that it's able to penetrate through hard places.
It's not a theoretical workshop. I'm going to take everyone who comes into that moment. I'm going to show you how to access it, how to feel what the egg and sperm were feeling, and how that's affected your life path, your personality. We're going to start to open that up and transform it.
This piece of marrying the divine masculine and the feminine within us, and the potential for really deep, ecstatic bliss, and, you know, moving into the fullness of our full luminous body potential and moving into sacred union, requires us to be in that state with ourselves. And then when we're fully experiencing that ecstatic bliss of and union of Shiva and Shakti within our own bodies, and then when we meet each other in that state.
Yes! Yes! Ah. And a little shake. Come on, just shake it. If you've got titties, shake them. If you've got a butt, shake it. Just give it up. Let it go a bit. Relax. Ah. Because the thing about sex and being good at it, you need to breathe, and you need to move, and you need to make sound. And then you might not have to come to conferences like this anymore. It's really easy.
Not only are we born of sex, but we're actually experiencing pleasure in the womb during the third trimester. We were caressing ourselves into arousal, which shows that our sexual energy, it's our life force energy. That's what we're here to experience, and we're here to live as orgasmic beings, not just in the bedroom, but in all of our interactions in life. And the problem is that for most people, they don't know how to tap into that orgasmicness, and sex is a really great vehicle to help learn how to do that.
Inviting and welcoming in any sensation that wants to move.
I see sexuality as our life force. I don't see it as a separated thing, like you would say, for example, oh yeah, we're having sex, and now we're having dinner, and now we're going for a run. For me, sexuality is our Kundalini energy. It's the vital force that runs through our body, and it's also who we are. So the closer we get to that, and the more we let that infiltrate into our life, recognizing that it's not only linked to penetrative act of lovemaking and having an orgasm, but that it's so much more. So I have to say, I found myself and I acknowledged that sexuality is feeding me all the time, and it could be through a breeze of the wind, it could be through something that I'm singing with other people, It's that blissful force that runs through me. I call it Kundalini energy or Shakti energy, and that's what sexuality is to me. And I thought sexuality was something you did in the evening for an hour or 2 hours, and that was that. Well, sexuality is so much more.
You know, some people talk about procreation like it's a negative thing. Procreation is the driving force in everything. And all the traditions say that it's designed to, just in our 24-hour metabolic cycle, we produce all kinds of toxins in the body. So orgasm is designed to clear all the metabolic waste out of the body. Isn't that fantastic?
So if you like orgasm and you like to heal, the combination of the two is what it's going to be about. I'm going to take you through a bit of a journey with it, about physical orgasms to full body orgasms. Also a bit of a journey about how I became orgasmic after not having feeling from the waist down for 18 months.
And the piece that I'd like to share with you is, I call it an orgasmic radiance ritual, because for me it's an invitation to experiment and explore what orgasmic is for each of us.
We're going to explore the world of sensual, essential oils, foods, and lavishing the body in self-love and connecting to our inner beloved. And in doing so, we're going to connect to the physical manifestation of the beloved. So we're going to have a little play. There's lots of more chocolate to eat and other sensual delights. So I look forward to sharing with you all.
I think deep down there's so much humour in sexuality. And I don't know if you know this, ladies, that when you laugh, you probably do being here, your vagina kind of pulses in and out. So clearly, if you laugh a lot, you are in shape. If it's the only thing you do, just don't laugh too much during sex because you'll force him out. I'll send someone to the wall.
Every woman has a capacity, when she's birthed herself as a woman, as a goddess, to birth any man that's in her circle of life experience. So it's not about just her partner, or it's not about, heterosexual relating. It's nothing to do with what your sexual preference is, but that is our gift as a feminine, is to birth whatever we choose to birth on the planet, but the essence is to birth the God in every man.
Knowing how we can lovingly dominate another person to take them to places they could not go by themselves. Allowing us to be taken to places we couldn't go by ourselves.
I've loved the fact that people have been able to present information from all journeys that they've come from, whether they've been Tantra, BDSM, heterosexual, queer.
Queer people have been sexual pioneers forever. So the rallying chant goes, we're here, we're queer, get used to it.
I felt everyone came with their heart and really came to be here because they want to be here. It's a different reality where we are living our truth, and we are here to really fully express this human journey through love.
There's a whole group of people here who are absolutely shining in their brilliance, who go through all sorts of journeys through this conference and previous conferences, and who have an experience that means that they can never see the world the same way again. And that's from inspired speakers and presenters. And it's also from the fact that they simply choose to be here and to experience this and to investigate.
We went through a sort of process where we were touching the women's chakras, and at the very end, we reached the end of the process. The leader said, now bow down to the woman. Bow down to the woman and imagine in your mind that the woman, it's through the woman that you come into the world and have the opportunity to live. And that really touched me. And it brought me to tears. They're prostrated before the woman and considering that thought.
Did that change you in some ways?
I think it was a healing experience for me, a healing moment. Yes, I think it was. A corrective experience. Yeah, I think it was. It was a beautiful moment, yes.
It's really given me the opportunity to get more in touch and familiar with the different types of textures between people, and just the different types of movements of different people appearing before me, and the movements within even individual people when I meet them. How in tune that is with the rhythm that's within me. And this is something that I guess we all know to some extent, but to feel this really days at a time, it just really brings you so much deeper into the embodied state of that intellectual fragment.
Did it change your view of sexuality?
No, it didn't change my view on sexuality. It just peeled off the layers of what needed to be peeled off, for whatever I already knew inside. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
The conference was an amazing opportunity to just drop into the self and just be exposed to things that perhaps we wouldn't normally be exposed to in our everyday lives, and rub shoulders with people who are inspiring and who are living this life with integrity and authenticity. And hopefully now I can take what I've experienced here and bring it back into my own life and bring it back into my own body and share that with others.
What's the best thing you've had that happened to you?
The youth stream was amazing. This is the first time that the youth stream has been run at a conference. And I really think that this is birthing something new where 16 to 25-year-olds are exposed to more conscious relating experience. And I think that was phenomenal to be part of that and to watch young people express, run it themselves with elders holding space. But they were the ones that created this space, and it was incredible to watch.
I thought this conference was amazing. It was so great to see as a young man, like so many powerful God and goddesses radiating their truest being. For me, I saw a lot of what I potentially want to strive towards, and it's my own, coming into the wholeness of myself. As a young man, I saw a lot of elder gentlemen that are really radiating both the feminine and the masculine in perfect balance. And that's what I want to discover within myself and grow into. And it's hard to find that when you don't have people in your life that are really inspiring that for you. Coming to this conference, I actually found a lot of myself and saw a lot of my potential self in them.
Being a volunteer here, I'm just so lucky to be involved here in this beautiful, beautiful heart space.
Why? What did you get from this conference?
Oh, I got so many amazing things from this conference.
Like?
Love, kindness, space and comfort.
It's got to give enormous credit to the beautiful Marianne Elliott, who asked me to come to MC her event and who's created a really superb event that's built on that basic premise of love. Love holding us all in the best way that it possibly can, in a way that we can't manipulate, we can't change, we can't uncreate.
I do feel that it's been my calling since I'm a little child. I've always felt I wanted to work around opening the heart of people and showing them that there is a lot of freedom and bliss in existence itself. And the opportunity is now here for me to do this after I had a separation 2 years ago, which actually did break my heart, but also broke my heart open. The highlight for me is when the energy takes over. That'd be like a workshop and we do exercises and people start to understand what's possible in the energy, and then they take over the part of the workshop and the energy takes over and suddenly we are all creators. Well, usually it looks very joyful, lots of laughter, lots of release, of anything stuck, and there's just like a moment of enlightenment, of total freedom and bliss.
Dance as if nobody is watching.
Flight path free for all galactic travelers. Gates are open, access to the other worlds.
Really honoring life force and specifically addressing all the guilt, fear, and shame around sexuality that people are conscious and unconscious of. Because it's really muting the life force energy, and all the confusion around who we are as sacred sexual beings needs to be addressed. And until that happens, we're not really going to be able to step fully into our power, and we're not going to really be able to manifest love and peace on earth. So there's a lot of great consciousness work out there. There's a lot of great meditation, a lot of great yoga, a lot of great things. But in general, even in the spiritual communities and consciousness communities, people are still afraid of sexuality. They're afraid to address these issues. They're afraid to support people in healing their confusion and their misunderstandings around who we are as sexual beings. And until that happens, we're not going to be able to really shift the consciousness on the planet.
Dive in deep, head first into reality. Breathing slow as you surface from insanity. Break all boundaries, releasing from the gravity. Honesty with the soul, and the life becomes a melody.
And more than information, it's really about embodiment. It's really about people really embodying their spirituality and embodying it all the way, full chakra, so that their passion is moving with their spirituality, and that kind of power and that kind of presence is unstoppable.
Shiva Shakti, alchemical divine union.